Yeah, it seems very much, Paul, that they're sort of maybe keeping some powder dry. They're waiting to see what this Trump trade policy might actually look like before responding to that with their own sort of economic stimulus. What do you think that could actually look like? And, how long do you anticipate that will start to bear some fruit?
So, I think in a sense, your question perhaps will give the government some confidence, right? So this idea that there is a policy still coming down the track. And that's what we heard in the press conference on Friday with the announcement of the fiscal policy, that there's still more to come. And that's really been the story over the course of the last, couple of months or so. Ever since the PVC press conference at the end of September, it's always that there is another policy coming down the road. You can believe in this. So I think in the sense, we're still talking about this. That's one of the things where the government has had some success, that perhaps policy hasn't been quite as powerful as people would have liked, but it has managed to instill this belief that the government is going to be there. Now, what could happen? Is it true that the government really is keeping its powder dry and there's still some more in reserve? I think that's sort of questionable, but let's, for the sake of argument, assume that's true. What's the policies that could come? The two things, again, that seem to be missing right now is, one, the government has promised, or at least has talked quite explicitly, that there will be some fiscal help in order to try to resolve some of the excess inventories in the property market, whether that be land or in terms of affordable property. So that will be something definitely to be looking for. Obviously, one of the big reasons the economy has had such problems over the course of the last 2 to 3 years is because of the weakness in the property market. This matters a great deal. That said, both the local government refinancing stuff and help for the property market is really very much about putting a floor under the old economic growth model. It's not really about providing any sort of new growth. And so I think nobody in China pretty much believes that the property market is going to come back in any way like it was before the pandemic and before the 3 red lines. So if there is a extra risk coming down the line with these with extra tariffs from the US side, it would seem that for China's economy to look better, it's more likely that China's government has to provide something that helps with new growth. And that's really where the consumer side becomes so important. Yeah. And I think that's really, where the most options for the government would be.